right?
Yeah, actually, I learned that today as we were doing some session with which team was I working on today? I was working with the Nigerian team. I was working with, you know what, so many teams, I just forget. But again, folks, we want to welcome you to this Go for Diamond call this evening. And the topic is again the discussion on the past week that we had with Eric Worry on the recruiting challenge. And we're really, really excited because there's a lot of really good information. And of course, leading up to the GoPro event. And I wanted to remind everybody that I still have some tickets available for $97. For Canadians, I'm making it a crisp $100 instead of 120. I will absorb the exchange rate. And so again, if you know of anybody that is not that do not have their tickets, I assure you, if they participate in an event like that, it will help them build credibility around our industry and their confidence in having the tools to build their businesses. So I hope that you do take advantage of that. I'm sure that most of you here have your tickets, but remember, think of your team. See, if you show up alone, you learn. If you show up with your team, you learn and earn. So this is something that I've been repeating often, and this is something I highly, highly recommend. What are your thoughts, Tammy?
I just want to know who was on the whole session in the 7 days. Who showed up for everything?
Myra
Awesome.
Paul?
Marie Paul,
Wow,
awesome.
that's wonderful.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Okay,
Great. So
so
we
there
got
was Sue, there was Lucy, uh,
Paul.
Marie-Josée. I see 038540 for your name. Okay, Paul, that was wonderful. Excellent. Bill and Linda, that's really, really good. And you know what? It was a really good session. And I know sometimes it requires a little bit of patience because, I mean, you know, the webinars sometimes tend to go on for a little bit. But this is the thing I really appreciate is Eric always deliver. And, you know, the next thing is I'd love to hear from you guys before Tammy and I kind of start sharing our thoughts in some of the notes that we took here. What was the favorite day? Feel free to unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. What was the favorite day? Just raise your hand and we'll make sure that we can control who speaks at the same time. And don't be shy. Okay, Myra Paul, go ahead. What if you want to share?
Well, actually, there were three. They were all really great, but there were three that stood out for me. It was the Fraser Brooks, Jessie Lee, and Stormy Wellington. These were my favorite. And actually, Angel as well. She gave some very good strategies.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that. I don't completely agree. Who else wants to share?
Unknown caller.
Hello?
Is there someone that don't speak all at the same time here, team?
Coffee call for Diamond.
On the phone.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute Alice here. Okay, she's muted. Okay, perfect. Yeah, go ahead, Sylvie.
Yeah, so I had heard, Jessie Lee and Fraser Brooks, and I love them both. But a new one that I really enjoyed, that I had never heard before, is Ed Milet.
Oh, is that that was day
5.
six.
That was day
Was it
five.
5 or 6?
No,
Five.
five.
day I have them here.
Day five.
That was day 5. That's correct.
Yeah, day 5 or 6. Yeah, so I really liked him. It was like a different person, never heard of him before, and so I'm going to start following him because I really liked what he shared.
Yeah.
I didn't take
You know what I really liked is when he started talking about something we often communicate is when you meet someone for the first time and you go on the first date, you get into the marriage topic and you know what I mean? That was just, again, it's so typical because it's very true. It's one of the reasons why often people have a hard time recruiting or selling their products. It's because they overwhelm with too much and they scare their prospects. So yeah, I agree. He was really dead on here.
Yeah, I agree with Sylvie though. Ed Millett was my favorite, and then followed by Stormy Wellington, who I just think is amazing.
Yeah, which one was the first one, Paul?
Ed Mallet, the same one on day 5.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Great feedback. Anybody else? We want to hear from everyone, actually. I may have to pick one at a time. Lucie, vas-y.
All right.
Well, me, my favorite is Eric Worre. I love him because he says everything in a nice and the real things.
Mm-hmm.
And I have shown, I wrote it down to many of the things we know that because everybody have not been 14 years to follow every course possible, but they are crucial. They are well concentrated. They are very helpful for everybody. But I liked also Eric. He doesn't. He is human. Like when he talked about his story about the man, this hero who told him no, it reached me to something that I felt also almost fell on the floor for no at that time, at the beginning when I started. And I already talked about it and I tried for 3 days because there was something emotional sometimes that we need to get out of it. And it is an important lesson for each of us to pass over that. And
I totally agree.
so there was very, and it's not one more than another, but some little bit here, some little bit there, one sentence, sometimes it touch us and might make a change. And also always to listen to it for the way that we are going to transmit it to others.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we should listen to that. So what can we bring back to our team from what we learn? And yeah, that's it.
No, this is wonderful.
I totally agree with Lucie. I mean, the way he delivers messages are, he keeps it simple, and the thing that I like circled was all business is conversation.
Yeah,
and yeah, and then everybody expanded on that in ways of the way they network and communicate within whatever they were sharing in their platforms. So yeah, they all mentioned it many times, and really that's how everything starts, is a conversation, and it's to get comfortable having conversations, normal conversations, because I find it's so weird. I remember when I first started network marketing, it was like the moment you're into network marketing, all of a sudden you just don't know what to say to people, and it's the stupidest thing when you think about it. But when we have another profession, like I was a swimsuit designer, I could easily have a normal conversation with people, not even talking about as a swimsuit designer. But I find that, we get stuck. We join network marketing, and all of a sudden people just don't know how to communicate. So I like that they really express that. It really is about connecting and communicating.
One thing, I mean, that I brought to all my teams in Cameroon, in Ivory Coast, and everywhere, even in English and in Nigeria, when he said, we receive so many excuses, we receive them now. I said, yes, I understand you. We know it's an excuse. But when he said, if I give you $100, because you have no time, that the best, it was very powerful because it moved. Many people wrote me back about it. Would you contact 2, 10, 25, or 100 if you had 100? So it showed the people what the business is really about for them. And if it is really important, they will take the phone, and no need to talk, send a message, contact people. It's easy, and some will react, some won't. And there was another place that don't focus on the goal, focus on action every day. Because if you go for the goal, we cannot, actually, we are planting seeds all the time. So all the seeds won't come to flowers in the same time. There's so many things to get out of all of that. So thank you for listening.
No, this is wonderful, Lucy. I
Great
really
feedback.
appreciate the feedback. Absolutely. And for those of you that are just coming in, we ask two questions. One is who participated to all the events? And of course, most people raise their hand. And of course, I do understand that sometimes work gets in the way, and I get that, but there's also the replays. And the second question is, what was your favorite day? And feel free to answer any of the three as we go on to the next one. Is what I'd like to know, Tammy and I'd like to know, is what did you like best? Now, Lucy obviously shared a portion of what you like best. And folks, this is it's an open forum. Please don't feel uncomfortable. There's no dumb approach at all. This is really a discussion to discuss what it is you like best, because sometimes your response may trigger something for someone else. So anyone here, if you want to share any one of the three, or focusing on, for example, the last one is, what did you like best from the event? I'm actually very curious. Feel free just to unmute yourself and share. If there's two or three at the same time, then we'll figure it out what we're going to do from there. Go ahead.
Hi, Chris. It's Mimi.
Hey, Mirai.
I didn't have the chance to participate in every single one, but I replayed them. And yesterday I replayed them, the last two, and I really enjoyed the very last day, Eric, with the gentleman from can't remember his name. He's going to also present at the GoPro conference. The Sunday's event. What's his? Was it Adam?
Fraser Brooks.
Fraser?
Fraser Brooks.
No, before Fraser Brooks. After the
Ed?
lady. Yes, Ed.
Okay.
And what I liked the most was the simplicity of his message. It was there were several key things that he mentioned, but one of the key things that he mentioned is a lot of times we want to be, sort of experts in the matter, and we need to be students of the craft, right? In terms of, like, we're constantly learning. And so I heard his message, but what was really powerful were the action items to me in all of these various sessions. Sometimes on our own, especially when you come from, sometimes employee backgrounds like I have, corporate world, you wait for the task to actually do something. So over the course of the last few days, because of all these action items, and just like you guys gave us an action item, come on guys, join in. This is free training, don't forget. And I really value that. I wish I didn't have to rely on that, but sometimes I value that because I would forget to log on. There's many things going on in life. And so you're given action items and you take advantage of them right away. And in the last 3 days already, I've got 3 people that are going to join my team. And I'm quite, thrilled about that. But that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't had those action items in front of me. So they spoke, it really, generated, sort of confidence to do these things. The fact that we were doing this as a group together, sometimes I need a little bit of fire under my butt. So that was really what I found tremendous. And I just wanted to share that. So the action items and also these tremendous resources that are our mentors, just like yourselves, giving us these nuggets of information.
That's wonderful. That's great feedback. And by the way, I wanted to welcome Gwen and Jill here from the Philippines. Thank you for being on Facebook Live and appreciate your hearts and everything else. Awesome. And Mirai, this is really good feedback, and I'm glad that you're able to add some new members to your team. And this is what it's all about. You see, what's happening here is these kind of events, and this is what I love about Eric, is that he is putting the entire world together and elevating the profile on our industry. And it also just kind of create that synergy to keep people engaged, to keep people motivated, to keep people informed. And this really helps everyone. Because at the end of the day, there is a lot of network marketing companies out there. And if we can continue educating the population on the benefits of this industry, well, guess what? It helps the communities and even helps countries and economies in countries. This is how amazing our industry is all about. Is there anybody else that wants to share? Love to hear from you. This is great feedback. Marie-Josée, please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So I'll be short and I'll do my best for my English. Well, I just want to say, like Tammy says, and that was a really strength and a big starter when he asked for the conversations challenge. So it's really interesting to see that when you open conversations and how you can have feedback really quickly. It's really encouraging. And I think for me, that's the crunch of this week, that open conversation, exchange, engage with people is business. Mm-hmm. And you just have to go, a little step each day, and something you feel like you want to take a big, how can I say that?
Part of, yeah.
What? Yeah, that's it. And what is interesting too, and for all the guests, is that they create their own feeling state. I just felt like that they are just, they create how they want to feel during the day. So it's really powerful. It's like creation people. They are artists, and it's really they are unique, but like, so it's they transform themselves with people who they address to. I don't know if it's clear because
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine, Marie-Josée.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that are the 2 points. And the last one is, I love when they ask, when they teach, they teach to ask good question, because when you ask question to your brain, is not limited, is not limiting itself, is just running for the responses, So if I ask my brain, how many people can I contact today? It's just trying to give an answer. It's not, I don't know, maybe I should wait tomorrow, So it's like positive.
Encouraged to take action and
yes,
right now, and
yes,
this is right. And I like what you're saying. Everybody's unique, but in the same time, there's so much similarity.
Yeah.
And absolutely correct. And Agnes from the Philippines, I wanted to thank you for joining us. Awesome, guys, to have you with us here today. This is great. Now, I know, Jasmine, you've posted here on the chat. Did you want to share anything? Thank you, Marie-Josée. This is wonderful feedback.
Yes, I liked what Angel had to say. She was amazing. It was the same thing that was said earlier, just about be yourself. People are overcomplicating and overthinking, but it was so cool that how she used social media. She's going to Las Vegas, so she actually finds somebody in Las Vegas. And I thought, how great is that? If you're going on a trip anywhere, like say, for example, now Max is going to be opening in certain countries, and I'm planning to go down to Mexico when it opens down there. So before I go down there, actually just reaching out to somebody, and again, finding people that, that have the criteria. They have over 1,000 connections. They're very interactive. They've got positive, messages. Like you kind of like do a little bit of assessment before you reach out to them. But it's like, I'm coming down to this city. Do you know a good place where I can find a hairdresser? Do you know somewhere, that's like a great restaurant or something, whatever. And it's just about connecting with people. And it is so simple, because we would do that if we bumped into someone when we actually got there. But why not just do it ahead of time? And then you've already got your connections before you go. You tell them that, you're expanding your business down there. And, people like you that are really friendly on social media and really like to help people do really great in my business. And if if you'd like to learn a little bit about it, and if it's not for you, that's cool. Like, you just take it away, but so casual. And then, when she went and asked one person on social media about getting a hairdresser, then she goes, all of a sudden now she's got 2 connections and 2 contacts. So just really about being yourself. I love that what Angel said. I loved when Fraser and Jessie Lee were together, and it was use 3. And just get on social media, and it's like 3 reasons why, because if it's short and sweet, like 3 reasons, people will read it. 3 reasons why I joined network marketing, 3 reasons why I use my product, 3 reasons why I chose my company. Why did I choose Max International? 3 reasons why I choose to make a difference for people, 3 benefits of residual income. And it's about community. Jessie Lee talked about 1, time freedom, 2, limit does not exist when it comes to your income, and 3, she loves community, people, and friendships. And it is all about people. And for those of us that, like people, and for so many people want to reach out and make a difference for other people, what better way to do it? But just loved it how everybody just made it, like was said earlier. Tammy said, just be yourself. Just go out there and be yourself, and just ask a question. Just ask a question. Do you have a plan B in place? Simple.
I like that, Jasmine. Any thoughts, Tammy, you want to add?
Yeah, and they're all like really laying out some plans for us. So whatever works for all of us, like, we all know our schedules. And so pick something, and every day do steps towards it. That's always the goal. Move towards what you want to become better at. There's one thing that that really stood out with Sarah and Tony, especially for the new people too, is the simple strategy of 3. 3 new friends. Make 3 new friends today. That's easy, right? I was doing that all day. I mean, to make 3 new friends today, and also 3 comments on people's posts. Make 3 comments on people's posts. Everybody can do that. I don't care how busy you are. Everybody can do it. If you don't do it, it's because you don't want to do it. That simple. And then 3 invites. Invite people to come and look. And one thing that they said is, stop asking people if they're interested to do something. Ask them if they're open, because nobody wants to be closed, right? It's the moment you ask somebody, hey, are you open to? People are going to say, yeah, because they're curious, number one, and they don't want to be recognized as being closed. It's so true.
I totally agree. Anybody else would love to share what they like best about the event? Your voice matters. That's what we want you. That's what the discussion is all about. We learn a lot from your feedback. Olga, putting you on the spot. I know you're like the queen of Instagram and posts. Come on, share.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't get to watch the whole event. I got to listen to just a few of the recordings, but I am recording some of them because they're still available right now. So that's great. So what I got to listen to, and obviously it's no straight secret if you know me and all that kind of stuff. I love Jessie Lee. I've been listening to her for almost 6 months consistently, and it's really sparked like a huge thing inside of me. And I'm just utilizing social media a lot more right now. And it's, again, just to get your face out there and get people to know you, because again, people want to do business with that they like, you know, and can relate to and trust, etc. So I've definitely upped my game in that sense. But again, just the things that she just shared, it was more like a confirmation to just continue on doing what I'm doing, and to be able to share that with people too, within, you know, our business and the power of social media. Because, you know, she went from nothing, and obviously, you know, she started off in a different industry first, but just being able to use and the lives every day. And I've been doing lives for almost a month now, every single day. And many times I'm just talking to myself, but you know what? It's okay, because I know people are watching it afterwards, and it's just being comfortable. So again, and that's something that Fraser Brooks, who I've been following actually for a few years now, and I actually got a chance to have a one-on-one with him a while ago when he was first starting out doing all of this. So that was really cool. But I mean, even he mentioned the lives, just every day, just go on there and practice. Like, I mean, you don't necessarily have to talk about anything in particular if you don't have something to talk about, which is what I didn't. which is what I did in the beginning. But, eventually things start happening. You start hearing, these sessions, and it gives you ideas. And, but again, it's just just doing it. That's what I got. That is the message that I got from them too. And those are the only two that I actually got to listen to right now. So I can only comment on that.
No,
so
this is
that's
awesome.
it.
Great feedback, Olga. Absolutely great feedback. Really appreciate. And sorry for twisting your arm a little bit, but I know
That's
you have
okay.
great. You have great info to contribute. So I just felt that I should push a little. So thank you for participating. I do
No
appreciate
worries.
it. Is there anybody else that would like to share what they like best? Scott, don't hide because I'm going to pick at you. And by the way, congratulations. Your daughter, I believe, won some weight competition, huh?
Yeah.
Unmute yourself. Share with us. What did you like best about the event? And talk to us about your daughter.
Well, my daughter, I could share about my daughter. She won, her and her husband both won first place in the competition. It's a strength competition, so they're doing deadlift and bench press and the different stuff that they do there with weights.
That's wonderful. Wonderful.
And,
like daughter, like father, right?
Both came in first place, yeah. So it was awesome. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Did you have a chance to watch the actual 7-day or any of the days?
I did not actually.
Okay. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. Beth, did you want to share anything? Sorry for putting you on the spot. I know you have great feedback to share.
I was not able to be on any live days during the live event, but I did watch. I watched all of the recordings except the last day. I still need to watch yesterday's. Just kind of echoing what other people have mentioned. I really liked Ed Milet. Just again, maybe somebody I've never heard before, but just the way he presented, he just kind of caught my attention. I'm looking forward to his presentation, during the actual GoPro event. I'm looking forward to his training there. One thing that he said, I don't think anyone else has mentioned quite yet, is the idea that everyone's life would be better in some way by having an association with me, my team, or my products. I think that's pretty powerful, to put that thought in your mind that, everybody would be better in some way by knowing me. It's a pretty powerful statement. So yeah, I really enjoyed him. Sarah and Tony. Sarah just seems just so genuine, and I just really, the way she approaches conversations with people resonates with me. I just feel like I identify with her a lot. So yeah, I mean, they're all great. I enjoy listening to all of them, but those were probably the highlights for me.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. This is wonderful. Wonderful. Anybody else? I think Alice, you wanted to share something.
Yep. I didn't have a chance to listen to all of them yet, but I will. For me, the thing that really got to me is there are defining moments, but you have to choose to be in control and don't let the moment define you. Also, have I given up my dream because I was afraid to be rejected? Most people will do that. Also, create urgency and be excited, and because people love to be around people that are excited.
True.
So, as I say, that's what really got to me in the session that I had a chance to listen to, be a part to. But he's very powerful, and all the people that he brings on are really, really professionals, and they know what they're talking about when it comes to network marketing. And I look forward to listening to the other presentations tomorrow. I took the day off just to listen to them. We'll see where I get with that.
Awesome.
Looking forward to his session in December.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Alice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Again, sorry for putting you on the spot. I know you always have words of wisdom. Wonderful. Is there anybody else that'd like to share? I know, Linda, you're very structured, and I know you can think on your feet. Did you have a chance to watch any of the sessions?
Yes, we did. And the one that was most impressive to me was Jessie Lee. She was toned down a bit. So some of us have watched previous Jessie Lees, and she is off the charts. She is so she's just got energy that is quite amazing. So I really liked what she was teaching, not only how she was doing it, that whiteboard was pretty cool, how it was her tools, but also her content. Again, the simplicity of it, even the charting out your whole week of social media. So that was what I found quite amazing. She's always very wise. And the other part was she named a goal and she achieved it. So she's $1 million a month girl. And so hats off to her. So she was my favorite.
Oh, that's wonderful. And in fact, I agree with you. The social media plan, I took note of it here. And I even downloaded the actual script. You can actually download the script from top to bottom. So I can make sure I get all of the details, because sometimes she speaks very fast. And I really, really like this the structure that she did on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I can go through some of the details here, but I'd love to hear your feedback first. And I this is something that I know I'm having a hard time scheduling, because there's so many things that goes on in a day, but still, that is absolutely brilliant. And this is something I need to work on, is scheduling my activities. I know Tammy is millions of miles ahead of me, and I tend to fear the camera. I don't know why, but I do. But I do it anyway. I'm serious. I do it anyway. In fact, Tammy and I did a recording on this weekend on the new opportunity right in front of a camera, word for word. And man, it was not easy. And Tammy, it was a lot of work to record this. It's different when you sit in front of your computer and when you're actually in front of video camera. It is night and day. And this is what we're trying to do, is we're trying to really systemize our approach and completely automating the thing online. So we can just point the fingers for people to go see, opposed to always being informed. But then you can never replace live presentation. You can never replace that. That's an understatement. But I love, I was just actually telling Tammy that Jessie Lee is, even though she may come as ditzy, and she is brilliant. She really, really is smart. Very, very clever in the way she does things. And no wonder that she's doing so well. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I have to admit, I love Fraser books. I love his acronym, FAST, the framework, and then ask, and then show the plan, and then track. Again, brilliant. And so I really, really appreciated that. So I just wanted to share also my 2 cents, since I'm asking you to share yours. So anybody else that'd like to share what it is that they appreciated the most from the week?
I just put the schedule in the chat section here. I don't know if you can copy the schedule.
I don't see it, Tammy. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
People can cut and paste it. In fact, there's 3 little dots beside it. You'll notice if you click on it, there's a copy. You can copy it and then cut and paste it somewhere else, and then you can restructure it in a way that you feel is working with you. And I really recommend to listen. One thing that I remember, she did the exact same training on the accelerator program that we had for 2 days. Literally copied it, like repeated it, and she did that exact schedule. And one of the things she said is, don't feel compelled to have to do them all. Just pick one.
Start, yeah.
And do it once a week. And then when you get the hang of it, then do another one. And then do another one. And then at this point, you can turn around, and you don't have to do them all. And you can mix days as you see fit, right? And this is the thing that she was sharing. So if you cut and paste what Tammy wrote here, you may be able to use that within your own schedule. Okay, anybody else?
There was another thing that I thought was pretty impressive that I never thought about. You know, when you listen to them, you're going, oh, why didn't I think of that? You know, groups. You know, we're always teaching people to join groups. And Angel Fletcher was talking about that. She was actually walking everybody through the process. For people who don't know how to do it, she says, go to Facebook, search for groups, and look for public groups that are free for all, because they don't know who the coordinator is. And you can just go in and comment. And as she was saying it, I was doing it. I had the girl off the platform. We were messaging on Messenger on Facebook, and she was looking at my platform and wanted to have a Zoom meeting with me. As she was doing this, we were doing it.
Brilliant. Go ahead, Mary Paul. Thank you, Tammy.
I started to use that strategy as well, and I can't keep up with the the comments and having to get back to them, and so a lot of work to do on that. Like only you pick the right group, and you could be busy for a while. But if you have 3 or 4, with your passions and things like that, so I think it's about building the relationship. Mm-hmm. Some won't leave comments, but I go in those who said like or love, and I start the conversation with them the same way. Mm-hmm. And
who was it that said to join groups of people who have money that are not struggling?
I think that was Fraser.
Oh, was it Fraser?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another good tip.
Yeah.
Because often we just randomly go into groups, and that was a good one, because I'm in a Tesla group, so I can easily have a conversation. I was just chatting with this CEO of a company who's having a challenge with his Model X. We're just kind of going back and forth right now. So I can have a conversation. We have a Model X. So he's asking me what year, and then we're just chatting. So this is perfect. If you can tap into investment groups, especially if you're doing any investments yourself personally, you'll easily connect when you go to groups, or maybe it's a dream car or something. You go into those groups. I've always wanted one. I plan on getting one next year. Which model do you, easy conversation. Which model do you think is the best, and what year? And
the Model X, no question.
Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So easy
by the way, Mary Paul, happy belated birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
I know it was your birthday yesterday.
Thank you.
So turning 25, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And what a better place to celebrate birthday with thousands of people.
I know.
Yesterday. Yes.
I know. This is amazing. Anastasia, I know you're the strong silent type, but you got great value. Did you want to share with us? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Max morning. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be on the GoPro at this time, but I already registered for next month's event, so I'll be part of that one.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for dropping in. Really appreciate that. Is there anybody else that would like to share? Thank you, Anastasia. Is there anybody else who would like to share their moment, what they like best about the week? It doesn't have to be much. Your voice matters, and you may actually make an impact for someone else.
Oh, Sue. Awesome.
Everybody has brought so many great points from the week, so I'm not going to repeat any of them, but the one thing that did kind of stand out was somebody who said that, all the call to actions, and they just did it. It didn't matter, like, I think they were following Eric Worre, and she's done so well. So it's like just taking the action and just doing the exercises, and we can all learn and grow and get out of our comfort zones. I really enjoyed Jessie Lee with her social media tips. Just putting a little something out there and having people respond. And I did see some of you who have done that on social media, so that was kind of cool to see. Sarah and Tony, love their energy, love their smiles. Yeah, they had some great pearls. So I learned so much from everybody, and but it was just that call to action, which I see. Tammy and Chris, you doing it all the time with us, and it does help us grow.
Awesome. Thank you, Sue. This is awesome. Great feedback. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Barbara Ann, were you able to participate to any of those sessions?
Hi, yes, I was. I did, I watched the first two, and then the rest of them I watched on replay, and I still have one more to go. First of all, it was great, and I really appreciated the fact that they were just an hour long. For some reason, I thought that it was going to be, oh no, here we go, like an 8-hour day. And it was an hour long, so that was great. But the person that I really liked this time around was Ed Milet. Because he was new, I never heard of him before. He wasn't selling anything, and he just had some really good advice. And he brought everybody down to one level, and you didn't have to be successful, he says, to recruit people. You don't have to be successful in this industry to recruit people, right? What else did he say? I also liked the fact that he said you separate the invitation from the presentation. I found that really, really struck with me, because sometimes when you're inviting, you tend to go into presenting or training, and it's like, no, stop. We're just inviting. So that was really good, a good reminder. And yeah, I think that was it. He was about the only one that really stuck out in my mind. The first one, Tony and Sarah, they were really good. The three, that was really good. 3 friends, 3 comments on 3 different posts, and invite 3 people to look at your business. It's pretty easy. I liked a lot of the call to actions because they were doable. They were really simple. And Tammy, I see you on Facebook. Comment on this picture if you on my post. So I'm going to do that. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's it. It was quite encouraging.
Yeah, this is really, really good feedback. And as a matter of fact, one of the reasons I didn't do it is because the day before I did the one that Fraser Brooks shared, asked, you know what I mean, if you actually see this post, you know what I mean, I really appreciate you. And I felt that doing another one the next day, it would be a little like an overkill. So Tammy basically did hers, and it's amazing the feedback we're getting from all over the world. It's just amazing. It's very nice, and you're absolutely correct. One of the things about Ed Milet, and you're hit it right on the nail here, Barbara Ann. The reason why we have the success cycle where we have prospecting, inviting, following up. This is exactly why these modules were separated to help people understand the process. As one is, you need to build a relationship, build the interest, pique curiosity. Now, is it possible you may lead it right into the invitation and maybe even the presentation if things go really well? Absolutely, it's possible. But the fact is to separate those, and this was the foundation of our success cycle, and we carried on in the Philippines, and absolutely. Someone else wants to share something?
Just adding a little bit with Ed there, he was talking about the thermostat, right? So we got to elevate our thermostat, every single one of us on social media. I'm seeing Olga and Sylvie and Janet and Luce. Literally, I'm trying to catch up to you. You guys, you're totally awesome. And it's interesting because I see you guys do things, and then at night I scroll a little bit to get ideas, and somebody else has done it, and you guys are doing what everybody's doing. Just be as Fraser Brooks says, be a great copycat, but add your own uniqueness. It's so simple. Like, Olga, when you did that push-up thing, I thought that was the coolest thing with the one, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're doing the thing. Well, I'm gonna put Chris on the spot, but he's gonna do it with me.
Yeah, we'll do it together. I can handle that. I can handle
Wednesday.
myself. I can do
Wednesday.
it.
So
and it's short. It's not like it's there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we're going to do so. But he talked about the external life has no impact on your life.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. And so many people allow the external life affect who they are. It's crazy. And we just got to go out there and be us, be the best version of us, be unique, be simple, be fun, be creative, and people will follow.
But
and
you know
they'll
what, Tammy?
comment. Yeah.
It's absolutely correct. Be the best, but then again, don't be afraid to screw up, really. And screw up big time. It's totally okay. And in fact, often it shows a human side that actually people appreciate. Not always the perfect editing video. So this is actually really, really good feedback. And this is not going to be a long call here, guys. It's more like I said, a discussion that we wanted to share. And we certainly don't want to put you in an uncomfortable position. But I know all of you here are comfortable sharing. We know each other very well here. Is there anybody else that would like to share? Janet? Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I have a knee.
Yeah. So Janet, what did you like best about?
So
or did you have a chance to look at the
if
event?
you want, I'll go off the side because with my knee, it's a lot better.
Oops.
Hello.
Okay, we're good. I just muted her. Okay.
Go ahead, Janet.
To be honest with you, I haven't been on any of it
Okay.
at all. I've been at work, heavily at work. So I do.
get it.
Is there any way that I can catch the replays?
Well, it's actually till Tuesday. So you have till tomorrow. I think my gut feeling is all day long. And I would suggest just to, I don't know if there's titles of them, but if you go to the Canada USA Facebook group page.
Okay.
I posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
No, I'm just, if she's part of the Facebook group of Eric Worre, they're all on there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you happen to be there, they're all there.
I can send you the link.
Yeah, I went on that group and for some reason I couldn't get on.
Yeah, it's because maybe there's a lot of posts that are over. Again, go to Canada USA and it's there. They're all there.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, all
so
seven.
you'll be able to catch it, and just pick one. And you remember, there's a scroll. You can skip through the sales and all of this stuff and get to the content that you need to.
Okay.
So again, it's just food for thought. So, but thanks, Janet. I appreciate you jumping in. Awesome.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, Luz. Hola. Buenos días. Buenas noches. This is my Spanish.
Hola, hola.
We better get
Well-
good.
Well, I spoke to Tammy earlier, and I was doing the catering that we had corporate in Puerto Rico this week. So
yeah.
they took most of my time. I only could do like 1 and almost 2 with Eric Worre, and that was like the beginning when he was talking about being part of doing the recruiting. And I really wanted to do that, but we had an activity this past weekend.
Got you.
And we basically were talking about that because some of the guys, some of the associates were looking at the program, but I was the hostess of the mostest for Max International Corporate, so I was up and down with them. And the only thing I could get out of the first time was when Eric Worre talked about like recruiting, that it was going to be something fun. That now I'm catching up on the recordings. Like I was telling Tammy that. So.
Okay.
That's the only feedback I can give you for that.
No, that is awesome. I appreciate you jumping in, Luz. It's totally okay. totally appreciate it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so just before we end the session here, is there anybody else that may want to share?
Yes, I'd like to congratulate Robert Henry for taking part of this presentation tonight. It's her first time. And also her new associate, Leonard Day. And also she's getting a new associate that is from Mexico. He's a tax lawyer.
Music to my ears.
And she's
Wow, beautiful. Give these guys a virtual hand. This is awesome.
Joe Wojcicki, and she's on fire. She's been talking to everyone, and I want to congratulate her big time.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations.
Excellent. Congratulations, Roberta.
Awesome. Awesome. Very, very good. Okay, so I believe Bill and Sylvia, I think you guys had your hand up. Please go ahead. Not hop, up.
Up.
You know our French, right, with our H's.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, Bill?
Sure. Yeah. The we watched the most of it on the big screen here, Lynn and I. They're all excellent speakers. You got tips from every one of them. But you know what I really liked was today's Eric Worre. He started this 4-week coaching program.
Yes.
That started today, and he went back to the basics. He likes the idea of fast tracking. Go fast, right? The more you connect with people, you build your business faster. But I like the idea when he says, even if it's one step at a time, one person a day, something is better than nothing. And every opportunity Lynn and I have, most of it is in person with people. When we're on the road meeting people, we're always connecting and feeling good about that part, I think. Linda, would you agree? I think the even with people who never even met in stores, and we when they ask what business we're in, then that's when it just opens the door for conversation, and we're connecting. And of course, 2 weeks ago we brought in a new person as an associate. So that was in Jasmine met her.
Congratulations, Bill.
Yeah.
This is great feedback.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, did you have anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Sylvie.
Yeah, I don't know who was mentioning it. I've been doing so many trainings and listening, but something that really struck me was that they were talking about people wanting to join, like to be part of a community. And it made me realize that, with the COVID, we've been there's been a lot of isolation. And yes, the sense of community has become really important. And I remember even when I started Max, I wasn't building, but I was going to the meetings because I wanted to see who was part of it. I wanted to see if I fit in with the group. I wanted to see if I liked the people that were in it. And I think that's very powerful too. And like tonight, just this meeting, because we're actually having conversations between each other instead of just listening to a presentation or just like listening to something where there's no interaction. We haven't been able to meet, but to be part of just tonight, it makes a difference. And it makes me realize, even when you're meeting with people, always keep in mind that they might want to be part of a community too. They might be a good reason why they want to build.
Absolutely
So
correct.
true.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely
I agree.
true. Absolutely true. Dead on. Anybody else would like to share before we end? Okay, wonderful. Okay, let me just switch to view here. Let's go speaker view. Perfect. Well, guys, listen. And I really appreciate the feedback that everybody shared. And Sylvia, you were dead on here. And I know that I think it was Janet also that mentioned that is the interaction is something that I totally agree. And we're kind of adapting ourselves to that too also. From the 80s, it was always the teacher and then the listeners and everything else. And we're all adjusting to that. and trust me, we're all evolving and we're all improving. So this is really, really good feedback. As we end this session, I wanted to remind you, I've received a couple emails from the team of Eric stating that November 15th, it is the last day we can assign the tickets. After that, it's gone. Okay? So this, if you know, the tickets now are at least $200, and this is US. It's like $197 US, right? So I'm giving you the tickets for 100 Canadian. So I really recommend to talk to your team members that did not attend the GoPro event last year. Okay, and it has so much value. I know it's a long weekend, but I'm telling you, anybody who goes to these events, from when they come back out of that, they are different. They see our industry differently. And people that might have been inactive, even for years, suddenly could become active. And we've seen that over and over and over. And I cannot stress this enough. It will impact your growth. It will impact your income. It will impact your volume. And not everybody has the same intensity. And that's what makes us special and unique. But everybody has something to offer. And you'd be surprised at what could happen in your business in the next few months following this event. So this is the reason why we're making it so easy. So if you want a ticket, I need to put you on the list, or anybody in your downline on the list. All you need to do is do an e-transfer of 100 Canadian to activeteam@me.com. And most of you know my email anyway, and I will put you in the system, and then you'll have access to the entire event. Okay? So just wanted to mention that. Tammy, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I think every single one of us, if we get back to all the people that we've brought into the business that are not active, even the ones that are active that might not have a ticket, do whatever it takes to engage them into making a decision to invest in themselves. They'll get much more than what they'll expect. Obviously, they'll get a lot of great value for their business, but they'll get so much more than just for their businesses. So I highly recommend that we all just, get as many people as we can. And investing in this, it's such little income or such a little investment for what they're going to get out of this. And people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for coaching. And these are all coaches in the industry. And it's such a little amount of money. And I would do whatever it takes. If you need to get Chris and I on a conversation with you, with them, we're open. We will help you share the bigger picture, because we've made thousands of dollars of investments over the last many years of this industry. And we are where we are because we invested in ourselves to become better.
Mm-hmm. And also, I wanted to also not overlook in the US, Tammy also have an account in the United States with TD Bank in Florida. So it's even easier in Florida or in the United States to transfer money from bank to bank. And Tammy and I paid $97 for those tickets. Okay, so we're giving it to you for raw costs. And I'm giving our Canadians a bit of a little break here because the exchange rate and everything else, and it's a little rough also. So it's just going to give you guys a little break. Okay, so let us know if you need help to get your tickets, and please don't wait the last second or the last minute. Usually it's what happens. Take advantage of this. I'm not kidding. Okay, so we have some tickets available, and Tammy and I are about to renew our GoPro accelerator, and I think they may assign us another something like 20 tickets if that's the case. I don't know what the deadlines are going to be for that, but there's also some it's not free. I mean, I know we have to pay for
free,
it.
Chris.
No, they're not free, but they will be within the range that we're paying right now. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for participating. I hope that you take advantage of this offer and you participate. Not just you. Remember, if you show up alone, you learn. If you show up with your team, you earn. Never forget that. Okay, So thank you everybody for attending. Really appreciate your feedback. And I do apologize if I kind of put you on the spot a little bit. And thank you for your patience on that. Okay, everybody,
That's
have
great.
yourself a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Bye, everybody.
great. I know. Bye, everyone.